Good evening. Welcome to Gisrabla Zaf. Today, we're going to discuss the final of the African Cup. What a drama game. It was an exciting game, and thank God I was not Moroccan. My heart would have been stopped. It was too much. I think the game was a good level game. Both teams have played very well. Open game, they did not hold up, and we saw the drama at the end, and we saw the extra time, and I guess the lucky team won in the end. Congratulations, Abu Bakr. This is your second star. You joined the Algeria now in the list.
Yeah, so exciting.
Welcome everyone.
Assalamualaikum.
Good evening, good morning.
Congratulations to Senegal. Hard luck to Morocco.
Yeah.
Very entertaining final, to say the least.
It is.
Was a good game. It was a good game.
And the
both teams played very well. However, Africa can accept only one lion in the kingdom.
Yeah, both lion teams. Yeah, the lion Teranga.
Only one lion can prevail.
I mean, this is an odd question. Why do Senegal call themselves lions? Do you have any lions in Teranga?
Yeah.
You do?
It's a land of lions, my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, Algeria had lions too. We had lions. They all went extinct.
Yeah, we had lions in the Atlas Mountains. I didn't know that.
So
that's why Morocco's called the Atlas Lions too. Yeah.
Yeah, our lions become Fennec.
Yeah.
I think France exterminated them. They hunted them out.
Yes.
Oh,
the French colonization exterminated everything, not only the lions.
They became fanatics.
So where do we start? Or how do we start?
Well, let's talk about the game. Honestly, just like the tactics, how both teams started. I think it seems like both teams started with like real offense, don't hold up. It seems like Senegal was dominating a little bit with ball position, like about 55% over Morocco.
Yeah, it was balanced.
What?
I think the game was balanced. Both.
It was 51 to 49, 51.5 to 49.5.
It wasn't any domination, in my point.
Yeah.
Both had chances. It was balanced. From my point of view, I didn't see any referee mistakes, like obvious mistakes. Maybe the only two things we could debate is the penalty for Senegal. I mean, the goal they scored, it was debatable. I don't think it was a fault. It wasn't that obvious, but that's the only thing I noticed as,
No, this is what happened.
Before
he pushed the player.
Before talking about the referee, let's just talk about the game, how the game started.
Okay.
Okay, it's pretty balanced. I mean, we had the show yesterday. Abu Bakr said, he said it himself, and we all said it. Senegal needs to start this game not playing defensive. They need to be dominating the midfield. I think, it was a balanced game. I think it was 50-50 in the midfield. I was surprised Morocco missed a pretty big opportunity in the first half. Actually, both teams missed a really big opportunity, Senegal and Morocco. But yeah, Morocco offense-wise was very quiet today, actually.
Yeah, Brahim Diaz on the right side did nothing today.
This is their problem. They rely a lot on Brahim Diaz, and today it was not Brahim Diaz. We know the Brahim Diaz from Real Madrid. He was like a ghost, to be honest with you.
Yeah, the right side was weak, no opportunities.
But do you think Brahim Diaz didn't do the same thing against Nigeria?
Yeah,
he didn't need to be. He didn't need to be playing that well against Nigeria.
He didn't play well either. So I think it's about two giant African teams, and I really think he didn't perform well the last two games, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying the other day, I was just expecting to see how Senegal will start the game, how they're gonna take it. Are they gonna sit back and let the ball to Morocco and go on the counter, or are they gonna start fight on the middle? Within 5 minutes, I said, okay, we are in the game because they shut down all the channels. Like you said, on the left side, Brian could not see the ball. He was being kind of, I mean, on the left side where Ashraf Hakimi and Brian was, Senegal started attacking on that side. Most of their attack was on that side from the first half, and then you could not see Hakimi could not go up. Brian was neutralized, and the midfield was also neutralized. And I was like, they have very high intensity on the middle, and I feel like, okay, Morocco, like high tempo, high, speed game could not go because Senegal was able to, implement their own full rhythm where they kind of play under rhythm, they calm the game, they hold the ball, and then they attack when they want to. They had some very clean two occasions where, I think they could have scored, but they did not. And I think they frustrated the Morocco team on the first half. And the second half, as you can see, Morocco came out pretty, more intense, like playing quicker football, more, high intensity. They kind of dominated maybe like 10 minutes before Senegal started taking back the game again. So my takeaway was Senegal was able to, push Morocco for the first time. And Morocco, we saw a different team. They did not play like they used to play, dominating the ball, high tempo, high intensity. Ashraf Hakimi going on, high and, being almost like a winger. Today, he was not there. The whole thing is
let him go up.
huh?
Manek did not let him go up. He has to watch.
Yeah. So because they densified the middle and they were able also to, kind of when they lose the ball, win it back quickly. And
The team was split in two, to be honest with you. There you have the defense and the attack. The Morocco midfield was not there at all.
I mean, they were neutralized, to be fully honest, because I thought they tried. I think what I was saying the other day. I'm looking to see if they're going to be one team who's going to challenge Morocco in the middle and not just sit and watch. For the first time, I saw a team just going toe to toe in the middle and trying to kind of impose a different rhythm. And while Senegal, they don't play high tempo soccer. From the beginning, I was like, this guy is not going to go very far because they seems old and slow. But every single team that they play to, they were able to impose their rhythm. And I thought, okay, they did that with small teams, but they won't be able to do it with bigger teams. But they did it against Egypt, and they did it again today against Morocco, at least for the first half. In the second half, Morocco was able to pick up a little bit, but then, they fall again into the trap. When we went to the extended time, you could see physically the Senegal was on top. Morocco, for the last 30 minutes, they didn't have any gas in the tank. And Senegal, you could see that, they could go another 30 minutes again.
Yeah, but I wonder if that drama of the end of the last 2 minutes did not affect them.
It
did.
I think
It
I
did.
think that gave him a little bit more oxygen. I mean, a little bit more.
After the mess of the penalty,
Yeah.
they were out of the game.
Morocco was out of the game, but Senegal was in because I
Yeah.
think
And
that
and
sense
even
of
and even the goal from for Senegal, Bono made a mistake. He never do. He was a little bit advanced. Usually he stays in his position very well, and today he couldn't go back to stop the ball.
I know, but
There was nothing he could have done. There was nothing he could have done to
yeah,
stop
he
that
didn't
shot.
see the
That was
ball.
a nice shot.
I don't
No
was
goal in the
not-
world stopping that.
He did not see the beginning of the shot. I think he
Look
saw
at
it
his
very late.
positioning. He was not that good.
yeah,
I think he saw.
Yeah.
I mean, he was.
he
I mean,
saved really good ones. He saved the one before.
yeah.
No, he
no,
saved.
yeah.
I didn't say. I said he did a mistake. He was not in his
عثمان لا 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 بونيو اليوم ما تقدرش تقول له هذاك شوف in the real sorry can switch to English but the reality today Bono he saved
No, he saved.
my opinion,
Yeah,
today
he
5
did
goals.
save.
5
But still, the goal he did the mistake on the goal.
I don't see
I think he did not see the shot. I think he saw it very late. I think because the guy, the way he kicked it, he was almost falling. I think he did not see him when he shot it. I think he saw the ball very late and he could not do anything on it because the ball was almost on the corner.
Yeah.
But
yeah
throughout the whole game,
on my
he
side for the
saved,
game
he saved almost like you said, maybe a few goals that any other goalkeeper
Yeah,
that
first
maybe
half
would
he
have.
saved. He did a masterclass save.
Honestly,
Yeah.
guys, watching this as an Algerian, like our
You're
goalkeeper
enjoying
level
it?
is very, very, very low compared to both
Well,
Senegal and
do
Morocco.
you remember when we started a month ago with the show?
Yeah,
I told you about every shot should be a goal, right? On our side.
Right.
Okay, so now we compare when we have something solid on the goalkeeper, and I think today it's a masterclass
in
goalkeeper.
goalkeeping.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's, so no doubt about it. To me, that game I've seen today is actually I don't think it was a 50-50 game here today. I think from the beginning, and I agree with Boubacar a bit. I've seen after 5, 6, 7 minutes, Senegal was not just on the game. They were going to dominate the game with Pape Gueye and Kanagay. They really mastered the power mechanics, oily mechanics of the midfield.
Yeah.
And they didn't leave it. So it's not just about the possession. It's about, if you look at the statistics after the game about the shots on target versus Morocco, I think it's 7-3. So the ratio is 1-2.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, at the first half, I could not understand how the right winger is it like Yamin Ndiaye?
Yeah. Iliman
Yeah,
Ndiaye.
yeah. I mean, how can he miss that one?
Yeah. The goalkeeper. I mean, you saw.
No. I mean, you see the ankle, how he made it in the opposition.
Correct.
Yes, that's
Correct.
fine, but
Correct.
it should have been a goal. And
No, I agree.
Of course.
And also, I remember you, Boubacar, like in our conversation yesterday regarding Jackson.
Correct.
What? No. Let me tell you one thing. no, nothing new, but you should have seen how he actually the pressure he put on the
defense
on the two central defenders, Arget and Masila.
Yeah.
I can tell you, this is if I have some of the analogy in the past, this is what actually Slimani in the Algerian national team used to be doing.
But Slimani used to score though.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
And he scored is one of the biggest scorers in the history of Algerian football. So he used to score, but he used also to beat them up.
Yeah.
And
Slimani was big and he was good by the head and he was scoring and he gonna kill the defense throughout the whole game.
I agree, Boubacar. That's true.
Yeah.
But today I've seen him much more useful than him.
Definitely.
No,
definitely.
today
the
was
only
good.
problem is his waist. He's
He
ratio.
wastes a lot of chances. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think who replaced him? Was it the young player from PSG that replaced Jackson?
But the 17-year-old.
That was a really good substitution.
He almost scored like a crazy
amazing
goal because he
substitution.
eliminated a few guys there. He almost killed, almost scored a crazy goal there.
Boubacar,
That was the best substitution they made.
Can you tell us a little bit about the coach? I didn't realize that he was the coach for the local team a couple of years ago on the title in Algeria.
Yeah,
he used to be a player. He used to be playing with Aliou Cissé. It was like he wasn't very famous. He was just like a midfield player, and then he became a coach. Huh?
He played in Europe somewhere.
Yeah, I think he played on small. I think he played in Metz or small clubs. He wasn't like a very very famous. And he was on the World Cup team. He played with Aliou Cissé, and then once he retired, they gave him the local national team that won the Shan. They call it the Shan.
I remember that.
Yeah, he won it. He won it in Algeria, and then after Aliou Cissé, they gave him the team.
Hey, by the way, sorry to interrupt, Boubacar. Did you see any I would say a comparison between the final of the Chan and this final of the? What do you see? What have you seen? Something similar?
Honestly, not much. To be fully honest.
Okay.
Miss penalty.
The Algerian will tell you on the show today.
Oh, the organization? Yeah. So
No,
the
no,
only different. No, the only from
No,
outside the game.
something similar.
Something.
Jerry missed
The
a big penalty in the
kick from
final.
Hughes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Same thing. He tried the same thing, and of course, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. But even him, he was saying the organization was cool, everybody was good, and there was no conflict. He was able to, everything went through smoothly.
Yeah.
But the only credit I gave him, I guess, besides that, he almost screwed up the game by the end by asking the players to leave because 5 more minutes and then we would have lost the game. I mean, emotionally, honestly, me I would have done the same, but I'm not the coach. I would have asked people, "Hey, this is so unjust. Let's get out here." And then if you backtrack, you say, "Oh shit, 5 minutes more," and then they would have,
Maybe he just
have
used it
to-
as a way to put pressure and
Yeah, I
Sure,
think
but
I
Sadio
think-
Mane, you saw Sadio Mane didn't agree with the coach there. He didn't leave the field at
yeah,
all.
but Sadio
No, I
Mane
think-
had some advice from all, Mamadou Niang, I mean, all players, and plus also obviously the French coach that told him, "Hey."
Yeah, what was he doing on the field, by the way? He's not even part of CAF.
He worked for Canal Plus. He was like
Oh, he's a kind
journalist
of
on the side. He's a reporter now.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
they-
so he's a young coach. The good thing, he's flexible and he's making a lot of more changes that make sense. If you look at during the game when these guys were tired, the changes that he changed the whole front line. And those guys, when they come in, they changed the game. They gave a little bit more energy and more intensity during the last 30 minutes. So he makes some good changes. But as you can see, he's a young coach. He's not, yet mature to a level of making all good. So the World Cup will be rough if we go through the same issues. But I guess we're gonna talk about the issues later. But I was I was happy even if they lost the game because at least they coming in to play from the beginning. And like I said, within 30 minutes, within 10 minutes, I said, okay, they're not gonna be sitting back and watching. And also, like I said, they were not panicking. They were controlling the ball. Even when Mark tried to press him on the back, they did not panic and just shoot the ball and run. They control the ball. They make sure they have like clean passes to get out from the back and build up. And then they did that and they almost have almost 2 goals in the first half.
Yeah.
So I saw a lot of maturity on even in the young players.
Yeah, to be honest, I thought they will crack because they scored early in the extra time.
Yeah.
I thought no way they're gonna hold up Morocco for
Correct,
5 minutes.
I'm actually surprised. They didn't play very defensive. I thought they were going to play really defensive after scoring the goal in the extra time.
Yeah.
But they still kept it 50-50, which is
Yeah.
they had
Interesting
more
decision.
chances.
yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I was
But-
expecting honestly Morocco to tie and then go to penalty, but
Yeah, I was thinking because when they scored that goal in the first half of the extra time, I said, okay, there's 50. They're gonna have Morocco gonna have another penalty anyway. We're gonna go to penalties anyway. They're gonna be 1-1 and penalties. There's no way the referee gonna let them do 1-0 and nothing gonna happen.
Boubacar, can you explain to me how at the last minute of the game, a defender as good as he is, making that big mistake on Brahim Diaz?
Yeah.
What psychology can bring someone like almost like there is no need for it?
Regardless of how simulated it was, there was absolutely no
I
need
think-
to even put.
Oh no! Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't feel it was simulated at all. It's a penalty.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. But
No, there is no doubt.
So
it was
the only
Yeah, it was
challenge that I
penalty,
have,
but-
I mean,
but
so
why,
there's-
why Boubacar? How can you explain in the psyche of the player? He knows VAR is there. Everything is okay. So controlled. He cannot hide it. He did that obvious fouls. I mean, why? And they have a hard time to explain it myself. I'm rationalizing it.
So the only thing that I can see, I don't have like real rationale, but the only thing I see, like every single time you have a corner, there's always a lot of fighting on the 18 box. But for this one, I would say, he touched him, sure. He pulled him, sure. But is that warranty a penalty? Because to me, a penalty is the guy, he's had the ball or he had the chance to have the ball and score. And then you pull him, like that pull is a clear fault. But was he going to be getting the ball and score? Meaning you're interrupting a score opportunity, and then that's a penalty. But for this case, yeah, they pulling each other. He pull him. Obviously, yeah. Brian act like he's dying. He fall on the floor. But at the same time, when you see where the ball is coming, where the ball is going,
The
doesn't mean
trajectory.
Brian. Huh?
Yeah, the trajectory of the ball.
It's
But
like
it's also,
Brian
but it
wouldn't have the
also is
ball
inexcusable why the defender would even
because he's
have to
young.
do
He's
that to
20.
Brahim
He's
Diaz in the first
stupid.
place.
He's stupid. He's a 20.
Right.
He's a 20-year-old. He's stupid. That's why they get him out after the penalty. They change him right away. He's a
Yeah.
20-year-old. He used to be a backup, left wing, left back, and he's
And, yeah,
just
I
playing for
mean,
last games.
these
Huh?
players, do you think when they play in intensity of the game, do you think they think about the VAR?
I don't know, but
Of course
I
not.
just think it's a mistake. To your
Yeah.
point, I agree. Is a mistake, but is that warranty a penalty in the last minute? Because if I'm
Yeah.
a referee, yes, I'm gonna say they push each other on that box. But if
Even
someone
Hakimi did the
denied,
same thing. He pushed the Senegali player, and then the other one pushed him back, and then the goal was cancelled. So
correct.
most of the defenders do that mistake. I think it's more an automatism
It's a maturity issues. It's a maturity
than
issues,
something
and
they plan to do. C'est
yeah.
des
Yeah.
automatismes qu'ils ont pendant les entraînements. Ils se poussent.
Well, if
Nothing
you
you could do about it.
Brian, he's been smart enough to to play it. But if you are a referee, though, you look to see is he denying a clear and obvious opportunity for a goal.
One thing I didn't like though, after Brahim Diaz fell, is he was yelling at the ref, and then he ran over to the to the fourth referee. The assistant referee was yelling at the assistant referee, and basically uh, was making a big ruckus of checking
Yeah,
VAR.
yeah, yeah.
But that is a yellow card. I mean, that is not acceptable behavior from a player. That has not. I mean, when other teams do it, when other teams complain about the referee not going to VAR, it's not even a question for the referee to not give a yellow card for a player acting like that way, speaking to the ref in that behavior. So I
Yeah,
think
the
that
example,
and
the
had that
example is
happening, yeah, that
yeah,
happening right after
the goal.
Senegal's goal disallowance
Yeah,
is
and we
what
asked for the
created
VAR.
the it
They
created
ask for the VAR and they get denied. They get
right.
denied the VAR. Yeah. So
It
same
created the
story here.
craziest fiasco. I mean,
We wasn't saying, hey, I guess they wasn't saying it's not a goal, but say, can you look at it at the VAR at least? But
the problem with
they just
the
deny even
Senegal
looking.
goal, though, from what I understand, is the referee whistled before the goal was even scored
That's what
for
they
this,
said. But
but the referee whistled before the ball was even headed.
that's what they said. But when you look at when you watch the game again, if you go look at it, I think
Yeah,
the goal was scored before he said no goal. I mean, I at any point, I mean, maybe just me, I saw him calling for before the goal scored. The goal scored, and then he checked around, and then he say no goal, and then people start running around him, and then he say no, no, and then he continue. If
Yeah,
that's the case, that's fine.
I
But the
think
point is, huh?
if the ref went to the VAR for the Senegal goal, it would have been easier for people to accept the penalty for Morocco.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah,
But the fact
yeah.
that he did not look at VAR at all for Senegal, and then within a minute he went to VAR for Morocco. That's what made it look like there's an injustice.
yeah, it makes
By
it
the
look
way, one of the
like
first times in the whole tournament that VAR was ever used. By the way, it might have been the
hard,
first time in the tournament the VAR was used.
hard. And you
So
use it on the
The referee, I
95th
don't know
minute.
when they're going to talk about them, but they are really low level. This
the
tournament.
referee, yeah, the referee when Senegal, when they were threatening to go off the field, you could tell the referee lost control of the game. He had no
Yeah,
his hands were tied. He had no clue what to do at that point. And
mm,
honestly, at the very least, it was a big embarrassment on the international stage for African football.
it is.
But he
It is.
put
It's
himself
emotional.
he put himself in that
Yeah.
position though, unfortunately. I
But
mean that
honestly, it's not just Africa, but Infantino was there. He is part of this committee.
yeah, of course.
I don't
I,
know.
I think if you look at the action again, when the fault happened and Brian started running around and asking for the VAR, the referee someone was talking to him on his
Earpiece.
ears.
Yeah.
Obviously, he said wait, and then someone maybe asked him to go check the VAR. I mean, obviously the VAR, and then this is when he went. Like you said, during the whole chaos, he was just standing on the middle. I think people was just telling him to let it go because 5 more minutes, Senegal was eliminated because they have 15 minutes when you leave the field. You have 15 minutes to come back. If you don't come back within 15 minutes, you are officially called out. The game is lost. So they come back with just 5 minutes left. Maybe that's why he did not tell them to come back. He just let them go. They were cleaning themselves pretty much. And in 5 more minutes, he was just calling game over and game lost.
Yeah, but I don't Morocco would not be happy with a kind of victory like that.
They don't care.
No, Morocco.
They're waiting for 50 years.
When you haven't won an African Cup in 50
Senegal
years,
left the field. You're going to Senegal left the field.
when you haven't won an African Cup in 50 years, it doesn't matter how you win.
They say they would say we did not ask Senegal.
No, honestly, they played. They have the level. They could have won the cup as much Senegal could have been. The game was for both teams. They did have their chance. The thing is, it's just small details. The small details is players went out of the game after the incident.
I honestly think, like I was saying yesterday, after the first half, Moroccan team saw something that they were not expecting. I think the panic started playing into it because the first half they went very close of being being behind, and then the restart of the second half after a couple of minutes they lost control of the game again. I think players start kind of panicking because then you can see there's no more I would say game plan anymore. It's just try your best to score, and people just attacking from all over the place. At some point, there's going to be some panic coming through, and these guys are human beings like everybody. They have so much pressure and so much, weight from the whole country, and at some point, they kind of, because you could see, like I said, the last 30 minutes, they have no more.
Yeah, but this is a big wake-up call for CAF, by the way. I mean, it came to this where, and I respect Senegal's coach. Listen, whether you agree with the decision or don't agree with the decision, but at the very least, this is a buildup of many, many, many things happening over time. Obviously, you mentioned Senegal had many issues with security before the tournament, training facilities, only being allocated 2,000 tickets for the game. I mean, these things add up over time. This is a big wake-up call for CAF in terms of how they're going to control the referees.
The next one gonna be even worse. So
well, that's the thing.
Yeah,
I mentioned this last time, guys. If we have to import 100%. South American referees, or North American referees. I don't want to say European referees, Asian referees. Then so be it. If that's what it has to come down to, CAF is really bent.
I don't want any more African referee in the field. They are corrupted.
You don't want African players. You don't want.
No. The African players have much better level than the CAF.
Arthman, let's be realistic. Yesterday we talked about the central key issue about refereeing in Africa. The last 40 years,
they don't have the level. They just leave it to someone who have
they can't. It's an African Cup of Nations. This is not like a European Cup of Nations.
Right.
So.
If you put it that way, they start building the stadium. They don't build their own stadium. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, but I can tell you what, man, we can't think that we can import our solution from elsewhere. We need to come up with it. But I can tell you also, the challenge we are going to face for the next one is, Senegal threatened the organization to leave.
Yeah, they were right.
Okay, so
it was the right decision to do.
No, it's not.
No, it's the right decision.
You can't do that because even that, if you start doing it, do you know how much Psyche played for the 10 minutes lack of shooting the penalty?
Of course, yeah, big time.
So it has played a role, and bad for Morocco, a good for Senegal. So it's not what I believe. This is a precedent. This is something that needs to be banned in the next.
Ban the African referee. By banning the African referee. When they will have the level, they can come back.
Imagine next game, everyone from the 24 teams will threaten to leave the stadium and say, "Hey,
I hope it will happen.
Yeah,
Like
threatens
that,
to
no
leave,
more
threatens to
corruption
leave
in
for
Africa football.
But then
threatens to leave for 14 minutes,
what
and then they come back in the
exactly.
15th minute.
So, is it part of your strategy to destabilize the team? It could be.
No, it's not
It could
part
be
of
used.
the, no.
Yeah,
See,
No,
look,
So-
both teams, Senegal and Morocco, both they played well. They did have the level of winning
The cup.
the cup. It's not a. Ça s'est joué à des détails. C'est des petits détails. Ces petits
No.
No.
We're talking about the details here. We're talking about the precedents today.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, there is a winner and a loser
Yeah,
today.
but
What I'm
the
saying
loss
is,
is
it's
not
fair.
because the Senegal wanted to leave the game. The loss is because the referee didn't have the level to manage the game. If he was a good
No,
referee,
you can't say that.
why?
You can't say that.
Why you don't see that in any European
No,
game?
you can't say that.
Never
the
happened in
penalty,
any European game.
I can argue that the penalty can be scored if he was.
No.
Yeah,
First,
it could have been scored, and then the game would have been the opposite way. Atman.
Of course.
yeah, of
That-
course.
that's
No,
easy to
I agree
understand
with
that.
you on that. I agree with you on that.
But that's it.
C'est un détail, justement. Ça fait partie du détail où les joueurs ils sont sortis du match. Les
Yes.
joueurs marocains,
But-
ils étaient plus dans le match.
But Atman. So so I agree with you. It's a detail.
Yeah.
It has impacted the full game now.
Yeah.
I mean, a gap of 10, 12 minutes. Now, if everybody now can bring it to the next World Cup, sorry, not the World Cup, but the next African Cup,
Yeah.
everybody will use it.
Yeah, but can I ask you a question?
I can tell you.
Fuad,
It happened in many
why
games.
you don't see that kind of incident in a European game?
Oh,
I can tell you,
you know why?
CAF.
Let me tell you. If you threaten the organization to leave, the retaliation to the team is immense.
Of course.
It happened before.
Yeah, but
By the way,
we
guys,
don't
I
know
just want to
yet.
say this is just the
don't know.
beginning for Senegal, by the way. They won the cup, but the sanctions are coming. It's going to be
Exactly.
CAF is going to make a big example out of them.
Correct. That's the point that I'm trying to make. I think we raised a lot of points. I think the refereeing is a real concern, and I don't think they were planning to go out. But I think, like Brother Mohammed said, there's an accumulation of a lot of maybe true or wrong, but feeling of injustice from what happened before the final.
Yeah, the whole
But the whole tournament, Abu Bakr,
the
whole tournament, every single team in this can complain about the referee. Even Morocco complained about the referees.
Correct. But the CAF, instead of fixing the problem, those issues are maybe feelings, and some of them are real issues. Instead of CAF getting into making better, we have I would say a good lesson learned to just make sure we improve. They're gonna come pretty heavy on Senegal to just say they're gonna assume everything was perfect. Senegal is the only one who decided just to violate the rule, so they're gonna be sanctioned pretty heavily, like Brother Mohammed said. Because okay, we won, but you're gonna see the punishment to just like Brother Ford said, to avoid to kind of give a lesson to just avoid having the same thing repeat on the next competition. Because if not, any team that's going to be on the verge of losing going to say, okay, I'm out. I feel like injustice. I'm going to go to.
But if I could add
I'm going to come back. So they're going to be punished. I'm pretty sure they're going to be punished heavily just to make sure nobody else is going to do it. But at the same time, which is
if
fair.
I could add one point.
What is not fair is that will hide behind that to not fix any problem.
Okay, go ahead, Messi.
Yeah. So from the beginning, I wanted to say that. Morocco organization mistreated the Senegal team from the beginning. And I think the coach, ahead of time, before starting the game, he knew that. So he knew something would happen in the game, during the game, from the referee, or something would happen. That's why when they called that, first of all, they mistreat them. I think in the train there is no security, and there was a declaration from Senegal. So
Federation had a statement like
they had a good statement, so they could debate afterwards if there is any sanction of the organization of Morocco. They could debate that. So the coach was acting emotionally. That's why they withdrew from the game because of he knew something would happen like that, like a penalty. And for me, that penalty, if we go back, I will kind of disagree with you guys. In the normal game, they would never call a VAR for that fault. I mean, Brahim Diaz was like half size of Abu Bakr, or I think his name is. You know, in the box, there's always defender that puts their hand on top of shoulder of the short guys. But
even big guys against big guys.
Because Ibrahim Diaz, as a pro, he knows that he touched him. He fell. Yeah, it was like kind of a fault, but it's like in the normal game, they would never go back, to the VAR and call that penalty.
Or at the very least, if that was a penalty and he went to VAR to review the penalty, that should have been the case since the beginning of the tournament. So review, like for example, Morocco against Tanzania. When I saw that VAR decision, it reminded me of Morocco against Tanzania. Everyone said Tanzania, the attacker simulated a fall. Hakimi grabbed his arm, but it wasn't anything, right? So why wasn't that a penalty?
Mohammed?
Yeah,
we can't rewind back in time.
Brahim Diaz didn't simulate. Really, there was a foul on him.
Sure, that's fine if he didn't simulate, but then where that standard needs to be established for the rest of the tournament.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is why I'm saying
the
referees level in this tournament is no good. Any corporation will treat the problem. If you have a bad employee, you start training them. If the training doesn't work, you get fired.
It's a tale as old as time. Listen, at the end of the day, these CAF brings an association of referees that are trained in their home countries, right? So the Senegalese Premier League, the Congolese Premier League don't have VAR on a day-to-day basis in games.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna. So you can't expect them. You can't expect me, for example.
Okay, we bring people from Latin America
Ahmed, let me finish. Let me finish my point. You can't expect me. If I work at McDonald's and then the next day you take me to NASA and tell me to build a spaceship, you can't expect me to implement the same rules.
You're telling me that the referee doesn't have the level.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have the level, they shouldn't be there.
But one thing CAF is hopefully working on is with this new Conference League or Nations League, whatever they want to call it, and the new expanded Champions League for the clubs. This is the standard that they should set for these referees, and hopefully the level increases through that exposure.
Yeah,
they
should have some kind of, hold on a message. I think they should have some kind of pre-CAN. They should have some kind of 2 weeks training for the refs so they can have a standard, one unique standard, how to call penalties and how to call.
No. I mean, come on, these are the professionals. We shouldn't have to go down this level.
I don't think each referee bring his own standard from his own country and apply it in the tournament. Remember that game Algeria-Cameroon in Blida?
Yeah, of course.
The way that the Camerooni guy hold Mendy and throw him away.
Yeah, push him into Mbohi, of course. Yeah.
Naeem, we are playing the drums here.
Yeah.
So let me tell you, we discussed it yesterday in details. Othman, me, you, Mohammed, Boubacar, we discussed it. Yeah. There is no way we can match the level of referees all over the world.
Yeah.
We are too weak. We're coming from very far away. No VAR. It's not about training. It's about their leagues. Mohammed just said, and we said it yesterday. There is no. We are very far away. So I'm telling you, not being pessimistic, just realistic.
Yeah.
Next CAN, 4 years later. Sorry.
No, 2 years. No, next CAN is in 2 years.
Okay.
28.
In the 2 years, the next one, we will have the same problems. Every game will have the same issue, the same problem. And now, because we have the cameras, the AFCON is very well broadcasted all over the world. It's becoming amplified. Social networks, everything with all the digital media that we have now. But are we going to find a solution to it? The answer is no.
So why it has to be African referees in African Cup, like in Arabic?
No,
Because
it doesn't
it's
have to.
sovereignty,
Huh?
Masi. But this is called AFCON. So it's an
Well,
African.
the
It
Arab
doesn't matter.
Arab
It's not.
Cup
It's
is
not a FIFA. It's not a FIFA competition. It's
referee
a.
is not a player.
It's
A
a
referee
confederation of
could-
African football.
So
You're not gonna have.
the-
You're not gonna have
the-
FIFA referees.
No,
You can be licensed. You can be a
Me-
CAF licensed referee and not licensed for FIFA tournaments.
yes.
To me, the drama is not making one mistake. Okay, a lot of stuff happening here. If these are genuine mistake, meaning like we're talking now, just because people don't have the tuning, they don't have the right training, okay, it's a mistake. So then, if CAF could have a good lesson learned about all the issues that we highlighted now that didn't go right, and then they have a plan for the next before the next tournament in 2 years to get some stuff in place to minimize the same mistake to repeat, then we make progress. But the drama is they're gonna assume they're gonna act like all the issues that was highlighted today in the in the face of the world, they were just because one country or one team decide not to follow their own existing rule. They're gonna just go heavy, punish Senegal. Maybe Senegal deserve because they get out. Maybe they may have violated some rules.
Nothing.
But then
Just money
but
fine.
they're gonna hide. They're gonna hide behind that
Boubacar.
punishment. They won't fix any problem. They won't address
Boubacar.
all these gaps that we're talking about, referees and issues.
You know, sorry to interrupt, but I can tell you, I'm a bit pessimistic. We're not going to fix the problem.
Yeah.
And the reason is very simple. Well, simple. No, it's not simple, because if it was simple, it would be like solved right now, right? Mohammed and Boubacar and the team here. Unfortunately, it's complicated. We don't have the leagues. We don't have the infrastructure. We are far away from the international standards. That gap is not going to be. And let me tell you, it's not going to be filled up. Neither the next 2 years, neither the 4 years, neither the 10 years.
Okay, imagine every 2 years and they are not able to fix the referee problems and the referee level.
Yes.
Imagine when they do the tournament every 4 years, which means the referee will have 4 years and come with no experience at all to manage big games.
Doesn't matter. We talk about
honestly,
they have a nation league, so they have plenty of games.
yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I really don't see why.
By the way, this AFCON, the coming AFCON, maybe they don't have a horse for it. That's
I don't see
another
why
problem
CAF
we
feel the
didn't talk
obligation
about.
to select referees from every single country.
So, next African Cup, there was going to be Kenya, Tanzania, and what's the third country?
And Uganda.
Uganda. Those
Uganda.
three countries.
We're gonna have a lot of fun, guys.
We're going to have a lot of fun. I'm telling you.
We're gonna have a stage. We're talking about referees now. Now we're gonna have a stadium with no light.
No.
And, you can only play between 8 to 3 p.m. and after 3 p.m. no more game.
No, Boubacar, I think
just
you're
like
right. So
We're gonna have
we
different
will have
problems.
other issues, much more issues on the
Yes.
infrastructure.
Beyond
Plus
referees.
the referee on top.
Yeah, I mean,
Correct, exactly.
they're already looking for replacement. It's not official. Those three countries.
I think they should. I think they
Yeah,
should.
no. They start looking for replacement, honestly, Boubacar.
So,
Guys,
This
one
is
second.
what
I
I've
think
read
they should
today.
look for replacement.
Guys, I'm gonna read some comments from the live stream. One second.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's good. Yes.
People is asking me to
There's
stop
been a lot
talking.
of buzz on the live stream, but just starting from the top here, someone said, Hakeem said, I think this is the worst African Cup organization ever. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I think organization-wise, obviously Morocco has very modern infrastructure. The stadiums were great.
That's true.
The grass was great. I mean,
That's true.
we saw a higher level of football at this tournament than any other tournament. I don't think
I
anyone
agree.
can disagree with
That's
that.
true.
I bet that.
Yeah, that's right. There is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
what ask him? What does he mean by organization? No.
We'll see what he's. I think he's saying it's the worst organization. That's what he said. We'll see in the comments if he says anything.
Yeah.
Ibn Adam said, "I agree. This tournament was a stain on African football. If the hosts won, it would be the cherry on top." I mean,
Yeah.
someone said Diaz should have gotten a yellow card for diving to get the penalty.
No, there was no diving. No,
I think he should have gotten a yellow card for the way he spoke to the refs afterwards. It was very inappropriate from
I agree, Mohammed.
Yeah.
That's fair. I agree.
Yeah. Moving on to the referees. Ahmed said, in a European tournament, you never see teams complaining about the referee after every single game. Maybe a call here and there, but not to this extent. And
Yeah, you know why?
Yeah, obviously there's top 5 leagues. I mean, yeah, UEFA does not have a
No. Let me tell you, just to answer Ahmed.
Yeah.
Let's go for the best league in the world, the Premier League.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just as a comparison for now, a referee in a Premier League is closer to the players where the ball is. So they minimize the mistakes. They minimize the thing. And you know what? They are so close. They are so physically fit to get all the emotional, the psyche, the physical aspect of it, and then let go and connect with the VAR. They are professional.
Oh, and they make mistakes too in Premier League.
They do.
But when they make mistakes, they have an association of referees right after the game. They make a statement, and if they made a mistake, they'll admit the mistake. Obviously, they can't change the score, but they will say we suspended this referee or this VAR assistant will not be a VAR assistant for the next 5 games.
And they do mistakes.
If I could add, also the sanctions in Europe are far worse than they will lose more. The players.
احنا في الافريق عم بالك that game, remember Coupe d'Afrique when that referee with the Tunis game whistled full time at the 84th minute. CAF waits until a crazy instance happens like that to then say, okay, this referee is banned from African football for the rest of his life.
Right.
We wait until the most extreme scenario happens, like Kofi Koja, Algeria against Egypt 2010, or what's his name, Bakary Gassama. I'm back. Bakary Gassama after the Cameroon game was sanctioned from CAF. So it's like we wait until the worst possible situation with a referee.
I mean, is that true? Today, the VAR ref who did the game today is the same guy who did the Algeria-Nigeria game.
It is the same. Yeah. They rotate. They rotate. They rotate.
That's the same guy.
Yeah, they rotate them.
The same guy. So,
but it's normal. But I mean, yeah.
That guy who did not see that penalty for Algeria somehow get into the final game.
Yeah, he saw a penalty on the 95th minute for Morocco.
So you know, let me tell you, Boubacar, this is an aberration right now. That guy should have never been, because of his mistake, an obvious mistake, a handball in the 18 yards. He should have never been continuing the competition.
Yeah.
He should have been sanctioned by the CAF of not being there. But you know what? Guess what? He's on the VAR today.
He got rewarded to do the final.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I said,
because of the final, you pick your best. This is the best that the CAF could pick.
I said, guys, agree or disagree with Senegal's coach, but what he did is a good thing. It's a wake-up call for CAF at the very least. I know they're having an emergency meeting right now, trying to figure out first of all, the bad press from this, the mistakes from this, what they're going to do about the referee, and what they're going to do about Senegal.
What's the press? They got bad press is good press.
No, come on.
Around the world, everybody
not for African football. I'm sorry, we're always the laughing stock. People make fun of us. People make fun of African football all the time. This is the last thing we need.
No, but Mohamed, I think you're right.
That's the problem. On est la risée du monde entier pour le niveau de l'arbitrage. Everybody is lost in the African level.
But you know, Osman, it could also help to maybe speed up
some reforms.
Some reforms. Because what you don't want to be, today everybody is going to make fun of Africa. Of the final, they're going to be. We are going to be on the title of the newspaper, on the news, social media, everywhere. But
look, all the European media tomorrow will give Africa a nice shower.
Yeah,
the CAF should be responsible, right? So the president of the CAF should be the one that should be blamed for this because he's ahead of it.
Boubacar,
most definitely,
Boubacar, I think you're right, and you know that guy should be stepping out of his position right
Normally,
now because of
yes.
this.
On a real level of the competition, if it was in Europe, the president is no more a president.
Of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Straight away after the.
Not to mention, guys, don't forget this guy Patrice Motsepe chose Uganda, Tanzania, and Kenya as the next destination for the African Cup.
Right.
Each country has one stadium each.
Each.
So far today,
Those countries
they have one stadium each.
Those countries, I think they played all their game qualifying for the FIFA outside in Morocco.
Yes.
They don't have
Only
Or
Uganda,
Guinea-
only
it was
Uganda,
Guinea-
only
Guinea
Uganda
too.
had Uganda had
One
a stadium. We played in Uganda.
okay.
Tanzania has a stadium, but Kenya, I don't think has a stadium.
Guinea was supposed to be organizing this cup. They have a single stadium that wasn't even not certified by FIFA.
Exactly.
All their matches been played between Morocco and Ivory Coast. Huh?
Did Senegal apply to host the 2028 and was denied, or?
No, I think
I know Algeria.
no.
Algeria was denied. South Africa was denied.
No, Algeria
Egypt was
refused
denied.
to do this one.
But why Algeria could be denied?
Algeria said no, but since we applied like with Morocco, and Algeria did have the stadiums and everything was ready, but Africa, Motsepe said no, Algeria will not organize, and now Algeria is refusing. They try to give the cake, the hot potato.
Everything needs to be reconsidered. We have
So-
the
No,
stadium.
I hope Algeria will say no to for at least 30 years.
We've been
No.
hitting on the referees for lack of
Yes.
accountability, but the head of the head of the CAF and all his committee and all those guys, they are the same people that lack of accountability.
Yeah.
The way they select, to your point, the way they select these countries which are not completely ready, they just make nobody know how these calls being made, and you know they need to be held accountable. And when they fail, who's holding them accountable? This is, yes, Morocco did a good organization, but then everything, beside that, from the CAF side, it's been a mess.
Yeah.
So is there going to be some kind of post-mortem and lesson learned for these guys to be held accountable?
First, there is one thing I don't understand. The CAF is in Egypt since day one.
He's
They
comfortable
are
over
like
there.
functionaire over there.
Yeah. They don't want to be in Uganda. They want to be, maybe it's nice to be
Cairo, yeah.
in Cairo than being on Kampala or somewhere else. Yeah.
Try to conclude it with the next 5-10 minutes. I think Senegal is preparing, I'm sure, a big ceremony tomorrow. A big
Yeah, so tomorrow the president just said tomorrow is a holiday paid, so people can just keep dancing and doing nothing when being paid.
So Boubacar, you have a paid day tomorrow. You don't
Yeah,
work.
payday. Unfortunately, I'm not there, so usually, So yeah, tomorrow is a free day, so they're gonna do crazy. They're gonna go crazy, especially the kids, I guess. Today, no.
and then I guess this is one of the biggest final upset I've witnessed.
It's a big one.
Big one.
The last one.
Senegal, for the first time, they scored a goal in the
Correct.
final. They played 3 finals. They didn't score a goal before.
Yeah.
Last time on penalty, yes, exactly. 2 years ago, 2 CAFs ago was a penalty.
Yeah.
We missed a penalty during the game, and then we have to go to penalties to win.
Your first goal for
This is the first time we win the game without going to penalties. So
And it was a good goal for a final too. Very good goal.
yeah, so they will. Given how we went, I think for me this one have more value in the sense of there was a lot of adversity and a lot of challenges for them to go through.
Yeah.
And the only thing, the taste of it is kind of, there's not like a lot of fun because of what happened with the referee and all that stuff. But by the end of the day,
It has a last minute 30 seconds each. No more than 30 seconds, please.
I just want to read the comments one more time.
Okay.
I will start
Okay.
since I didn't talk.
We have
a lot.
Hold on, Messi.
We'll start. So I would say there's a lesson learned from this game. Never give up and just come back and never abandon the game. And then عسى تكرهوا شيئا وهو خير لكم. Right?
Un match n'est pas fini tant que l'arbitre n'a pas sifflé.
that's true.
Yeah, it's not over until the fat lady sings, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, for the comments, we have someone that said, Zakaria said, we need Fuad on CBS Sports. Very good ball knowledge. Someone said I'm looking forward to weekly shows. So they also said that Egypt and South Africa should be the only hosts for the African Cup.
True.
I don't know if I agree with that. And then Ahmed asked, where do we have Sadio Mane amongst the African legends? I think he's top 10 for sure. I think he surpassed Didier Drogba. Didier Drogba has not won an African Cup.
Yeah.
So I think Sadio Mane is up there for sure.
He's there.
Way higher than Mahrez, by the way, in my opinion.
He have humility. He's the only star that
But
nobody.
he demonstrated leadership. Even today, during the adversity, where his coach, all the told the players to go leave the pitch, he held a very level-headed mind throughout that. So it was good.
He's the only star that have regular car, regular house. Nobody know where he live. He don't shine.
Yeah.
He
goes to regular masjid in Liverpool, or
his
he used
wife
to go
have
to regular masjid in
hijab. He
Liverpool.
don't, he don't hang on TVs. He don't hang on show. He's
Social
very
media.
nice human being. So
Diouf in Senegal.
huh?
He's more beloved than Diouf.
Yeah, Juf is like the Kardashian. So comparing to him,
He's a
is
legend.
like you and me, normal guy, live normal guy, normal car, normal wife.
Okay.
Go help his village and do stuff for the community, and he's a normal guy, human being. So that's why people like him because
All right.
he's very
You
humble.
get since you go to CBS, what's your last 30 seconds?
Oh, we're going to UBS. So don't invite me because my English is not good. Don't invite me.
Look, Fuad has been getting a job at CBS as an analyst.
Nice.
No.
They're right there.
No.
They're right there in Connecticut, by the way. I think.
Take me as your assistant. Bring coffee. I can bring coffee.
Let me tell you my perspective. I think overall, I think within our show, I hope the auditors had a great time with us, analyzing, and you can see we are not from the same. We don't have the same, I would say, approach, ideas, analytical thinking, and the diverse ideas of the teams here had made the show to me very valuable. So and the AFCON, what we can tell, referee, the bad, the good, overall was a very, very, very entertaining tournament for all of us. So
agreed.
we should.
That's why we want to keep it every 2 years.
Yeah, we need to keep continuing. I think the show. There is a lot of things to talk about the soccer planet, football. Everywhere in the world, there's a lot of leagues, a lot of things going on. The World Cup is coming. Senegal is there. Algeria is there. Morocco is there. Tunisia is there. Egypt is there. So a lot of African teams are going to be there representing Africa. And I think we need to continue putting the banner up.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Stay
much.
tuned. We're gonna do more shows, obviously, about Algerian football, focusing on Algerian football, talking about Petkovic and the World Cup.
Yeah.
We'll do analysis of every team.
He didn't fire Prekovic yet? He's not fired yet? Okay.
No. I think he'll stay on. He'll stay on.
No, we're gonna keep him until the World Cup.
All right,
guys.
Share, subscribe, and like. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.